Hey everybody, hope your day's going well. Well everyone, I'm going to do a little bit different video today. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a professional detailer. And along the way, I've stumbled across a few different easy ways to do some tricks on the paint that don't cost very much money. And you don't need anything special. As a matter of fact, there are probably things you already have sitting around that you do use on your car right now. And it may be stuff that you don't really use on your paint, because this is for polishing your wheels. And this is just your Meguiar's, your instant detailer basically, and for doing interiors and things like that. And the reason I'm showing you this stuff, because you can actually use this to enhance your paint. We're going to use some glass cleaner and some tire foam. So the best thing to do if you were to do this on a professional level would be, of course, wash the car and a clay bar. But I don't like telling people that don't know how to use a clay bar to use one for one reason, and that's because grit gets in it and they start using the clay bar and they wind up scratching their own paint. They'll put little scratches in it, and sometimes deep scratches, because the clay bar will build up, and it builds up without you knowing. You have to have a feel for that. You have to be almost a professional person to be able to feel a clay bar in your hand. Some people have common sense, they can use it. But what I wanted to show you, you know how my car is all beat up here. So it's not like this paint's good. But what we're going to do, we're just going to use a little bit of Mother's wheel cleaner. Well, it's actually aluminum polish. We're just going to rub it in. Now this is going to take the place of compounding, and it'll actually wax the car, and it could actually be a one-step if you were in a hurry and just wanted the car to look better. But it's going to remove all the old oxidation and any dull paint that you have that will come off. It will surely pull that off. Like I said, all the oxidation, there you go, right there. So you'd be like, oh, I don't want to take my paint off. Well, it's going to have a clear coat on it, so I'm not hurting this. This car was going to get painted, and that's how it was going to be. And you could actually do this twice or 3 times, depending if you wanted the car to look real shiny and you're just trying to make it look better, and depending on your paint, how old it is, how beat up it is, or if you have a really nice paint job, all this is going to do is enhance it. It's not going to hurt it. And I'm not putting a whole lot of pressure on it, fellas. Now you can let it dry to a white haze like you would anything else, like most of your products out there. But what I like about this, everybody, is that it wipes off really nice, and the compound's really hard to use, especially on a hotter day. You're not supposed to use anything in direct sunlight, but on a hot day you would see how hard it would be to get off if you let it set up. So one of my tips is never let it really set up to its full white residue. Because if you do, on a hot day, you'd have to use something like glass cleaner or something to cut it back off. So then shouldn't use this on paint, but watch. A little bit. Just wipe it in. This really brings out, enhances the paint. This will really shine something up. And you can use any of the Armor All products. They have one that has extra shine to it. That works really, really good. And this is just cheaper foamy stuff, which I don't really care for. This is what I happen to have laying around, guys, to show you this demonstration here. And then you can use any product that you like. It could be Meguiar's product. It could be your mother's. Any instant detailer. You just go over it. And you could do this a few steps if you wanted. You could put 2 or 3 coats on. You can polish to your heart's desire. Wax on, wax off, fellas. Anybody remember that? Karate Kid? Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. I just rub. I'm using 1 rag, everybody. Not 2 rags. If you have a clean rag to wipe it off, that's great. I'm just using what I had laying around here. And it comes up pretty nice. And if you can see the reflection. Okay. And I mean, this paint isn't good. This is primer here. And you can see where I did it. And hopefully you can see where I didn't do it. So, hope it shows up. Never the same on camera. And then, usually any kind of glass cleaner, if it's like has a ammonia base to it or anything like that, will actually strip wax back off. But if you just put a little bit on, it'll actually even it out and actually bring out the shine even more. It'll blend it in. It'll give a really clean look to what you did. And that was one of my little trade secrets back in the day. The petroleum-based products will get in and darken it up, and that usually works really well on black. So I just thought I'd run this by you guys. Something a little different. I do all the performance stuff, but we also have to take care of our vehicles, and some people like a beautiful paint. I do, but you never know, because everything I have is pretty whipped. I hope you can see. And then you can see me in the paint. Hello. So, that's my little tips for today, fellas. So, maybe somebody could use this, and you don't have to just stick to these products. You can use, like I said, any kind of tire dressing. Just some have more oil base to it, petroleum base, and they'll smear more. So the more it smears, the worse it looks when you put it on. That's usually when you have to smooth it in more with either an instant detailer or the glass cleaner. And the best part is, even if you had it where it didn't turn out exactly right, how you want it, all you do is strip it back off the glass cleaner. So, that's my tip for today, guys. Alright, have a good day, everybody, and thanks for checking me out again.